Hi, librarians. This is Linda Dextre. I am a librarian here at Middle Creek High School. We're going to explore some treasures in Google Arts and Culture. Notice the bit.ly address is listed on this slide and the next several slides for you to keep for yourself. This is Scott Summers. He's a librarian at NC State University Library. He is actually the inspiration for me digging into all of these treasures with you at Google Arts and Culture. Thanks, Scott. You're awesome. Google Arts and Culture has hidden treasures for most areas of our curriculum, and we're going to search for them now. At the bottom, you'll find a link to lesson plans and resources that you can revisit later. Google Arts and Culture is interactive with 360 views. It's immersive, where you can take gallery visits across the world. It has primary sources that you can dig into for exploration and dig up treasures that appeal to your interests through independent exploration. On their About page, Google Arts and Culture is a non-commercial initiative. They say that they work with institutions and artists around the world, and together, our mission is to preserve and bring the world's art and culture online so it's accessible to everyone, everywhere. So these are the topics we're going to look into today, but I'm sure you can find more if you just keep digging. This resource is enormous and vast and has all kinds of wonderful treasures for you to find. For your arts teachers, you will find abundant resources to support their curriculum. Not only can students find work examples in hundreds of global art galleries, but teachers can access created lesson plans to use as resources that are creative in the classroom. And, well, let's just look at some examples. For instance, this Latinx community commercial, oh, geez, I forgot about that. Okay, so Latinos in Community mural project gives you the full lesson plan. It gives you the background information, connected artwork. It tells you everything you need to know for your lesson plan. You just plug it into whatever formula you use for your particular lesson plans. It gives you hyperlinks in here. Love that these are so well thought out and created already for you. Electronic music history is another example. Every time I click on one of these, it's going to send me outside of Canva. Music makers and machines, again, gives you all of the resources that you need. I love the formatting. I love a good graphic layout here. So again, the questions and learning objectives are all listed with all of the resources that you need. So let's move on to CTE. CTE, Career and Technical Education, of course, can find options for apparels, foods, computer science, and more. The fashion and shoe design is one of my favorites. It is a lesson plan that has beautiful images, all of the materials that you're going to need, and connected resources inside of the lesson plan for you to use that are found within Google Arts and Culture. The Manga World of Food is for your manga fans. It explores Japanese culture in food. 25 AI Defining Moments is great for your computer science classes. It talks about the history of artificial intelligence, which actually, interesting enough, starts with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein literature. For language learners at school, English language learners can explore the world through virtual field trips, practice their English language with virtual supports through a talking tour. They can use artwork to practice descriptive adjectives or just see what's available to them locally through Nearby. Let's take a quick look at the virtual field trips. It takes you to this page, and then it says, where do you want to go? What do you want to see? There's arts and science, geography, and natural history. You can look at everything, which is a little overwhelming at first. Let's go underwater. You can go into coral reefs. We just had a student do a coral reef project, so that inspired me. In this exhibition, look at that beautiful video from under Apo Island, which is a volcanic island. You can drag around here to get 360 views of this coral reef, which is super cool. You can look up, love it. So that is the immersive part of, whoops, lost me here. That's the immersive part of Google Arts and Culture. I'm just going to go ahead and click into Talking Tours right now. Talking Tours is one of their AI experiments. Google Arts and Culture has a lot of AI experiments that are a lot of fun. We're going to get a chance to look at several of them today. If I launch this experiment, we'll see if this works with the screen recording, but you can do an AI audio tour around the world. So you can look at landmarks, you can look at nature, or you can go look through archaeology. I'm going to click archaeology. You can look at cultural institutions, but I'm going to go to archaeology sites and click on that. And it shows me 45 locations around the world. I can click on number 3, for instance, and look around the map, and it gives you, I'm not going to go into it now, but it gives you a lot more information that you can dig into. Pretty cool. All right, so let's look at the next. What's next on the item list? Oh, we have world languages. World language students can search by country to find cultural highlights, and teachers can use the global language and understand and hear lessons. Our English treasures include exploring intersections of art and written languages by using artwork. Students can look at an artwork to describe the mood and the tone, symbology, compare and contrast to a similar piece of literature, for instance. They can springboard an essay topic. They can use AI to connect art to writers. And there's a poem postcard activity that is kind of fun, and that's one of those AI-ish exploration tools. Healthful Living has a lot of stuff. I was surprised when I was doing my digging that they had so many things. There is a health and medicine collection to connect to their learning targets. They have an entire mental health exhibit. They have women's health, cultural health, that can all be connected. Let's take a quick look here at mental health, for instance. And again, it's Nature's Secret to Improve Our Well-Being through Johns Hopkins University. It gives you some artwork to look at because it's beautiful and it's outdoor, and it just gives you some details on how to look at theories of mental health, and gives you hyperlinks to other locations. It tells you how to bring nature into your home, all kinds of cool stuff. All right, moving on.
20,
Oh,
22, side
woohoo!
coming back. Long time no see, huh? 오래간만이지, huh? 우리 다시 웃고 읽고.
That was embarrassingly the K-pop dance challenge. So Healthful Living can use this AI tool to have their students record themselves dancing a K-pop dance. It's a lot of fun, and it outputs this fun little AI video. Let's look at some history. Of course, history and art are interwoven. Having students think and analyze who is represented in artwork can be a really great way to teach history. Teachers can utilize a pairing between Khan Academy and Google Arts and Culture with a unit on art repatriation. Let me show you quickly that link to Khan Academy. Of course, you can use any external resource that you like, but this particular Khan Academy isn't going to let me scroll. Let me see over here. Yeah, I'm a teacher. It's going to make me do this. Okay. All right, there it is. So over here, you can see that there are different parts to this art repatriation lesson, including some videos. So do a little mashup between Google Arts and Culture and Khan Academy. There are also options for colonialism. There are links to the ancient Maya world. There is a lesson plan on Black Power, and UNESCO's Memory of the World is an excellent lesson. With math treasures, you can take those students who say, I hate math, and turn them on to the world of GAC by matching artwork to mathematical concepts. You can have a scavenger hunt through a gallery to find angles or shapes. They can identify symmetry or proportion. You can challenge your students to ponder evidence using artwork. You can learn history-rich mathematical concepts through didactic tile math, which is a I think it's an exhibit. I don't think it's a lesson. And then they can connect math concepts to real-world examples. I'll put that bit.ly address up one more time at the end, so you can go back through and click through these. We would take a lot of time if I were to click on them each individually, but please go back and click on the ones that are of interest to you. For our science treasures, we have a female pioneers lesson. You can discover how a selection of inspirational women made significant discoveries and inventions in the field of science and engineering. In the International Space Station, students will have a clear understanding as to what the International Space Station is, how it was built, why it exists, and what it is like for astronauts living there. In the scientific superpowers lesson, I like this one visually, so I'm going to click on it and click on the external site. There it is. In the scientific superpowers lesson, you can learn how 5 superhuman people are using science to save the world. For instance, we have shapeshifters, we have gamma rays, x-rays, Dr. Gadget with, little gadgety things. And then senses are explored in here as well. So it's just cute. Oh, elements are also covered in here, but it's a cute lesson, but it really connects well to actual science concepts. And here we are. Now that you have seen the bounty of treasures that await you in GAC, I'm sure that your librarian brains are buzzing with ideas. So, in our library, Google Arts and Culture is passive programming on our Friday Zen Zone time before first period and during our lunches. We put music on the YouTube channel behind a Google Arts and Culture window with puzzles or coloring pages. And Manga Out of the Box will appeal to your manga fans, and all librarians will nerd out over the books from scrolls to screens, history of books. So I want to show you just an example of what the play features are here in Google Arts and Culture. For the board, I use just these down here. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, so we have puzzle, and we have coloring. Those are the ones I use mostly on the Promethean board. We've used crossword. That wasn't as popular, but who's to say you can't? There are also a lot of other options in here for you to try with your students. We're going to talk about the lip sync one. That was a lot of fun. So let's look at coloring. If I go to the digital coloring, it tells you, let's see, here's a panda coloring book. Who doesn't love pandas? We're going to play the game. And then you pick a photograph that you want to color. So I'm going to pick this one. And then it pulls it open into a coloring page. So the kids just select what colors they want. And then they click. And of course, on the Promethean board, they enjoy this because it's all finger tapping, right? I don't know what would be purple. Let's say that's purple. Okay. And so that is just a fun way to use passive programming in the library using Google Arts and Culture. The lip sync AI conversations. Here we are. So this is crazy. The AI lip sync conversations allows you, let's just take a look at it. There's no better way to explain it. This is an experiment, one of their AI experiments, and you launch it. I don't know if we're going to hear the volume. Hopefully we will. So what can we learn from stepping into an artist studio? Put in the prompt, which are generated by AI. Start talking to you like you're having a conversation. It's crazy.
So I was thinking, about those documentaries where they film art. I'm sorry, it looks like I'm having trouble coming up with a story right now. Please
Oops.
try again later.
Okay, we're going to do a random question. Here we go. I wonder if it's because I'm recording.
I'm sorry, it looks like I'm having trouble
That's
coming
what
up
it
with a
is.
story right now. Please try again later.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that happened, but it's probably because I'm using a screen recorder with audio. freaking out a little bit, but give it a shot. It's linked there. It's a lot of fun. We did take a look at virtual field trips earlier, but I encourage you to click on that and dig around in there quite a bit. There is a great teacher guide for you to take a look at. And here it is. So it looks just like a lesson plan, except that it has more details for you about how to use Google Arts and Culture's lessons with the resources that they have to inspire you as a teacher. And then the applied digital skills, see if I can do that without going full screen, is a really amazing way to brush up on your technology prowess. I don't know, I'm not going to get into this right now because you have to sign in as a teacher and then sign in. But once you get in here, you can either teach these applied skills or you can learn them. They do have a curriculum guide for you to just, pick what you're interested in, and then some resources for you to teach these options in the classroom. All right, here we go, folks. We are at the end of our presentation. So this is an important detail. What treasures can you find when you go hunting for Google Arts and Culture treasures? Take a moment, please share your ideas with the others who are watching this on Google Arts and Culture. There's a treasure tracker right here. The bit.ly address again will get you the link. It says add your ideas here. There's the link to the treasure tracker. You can bookmark this bit.ly address and return to it to sort through the Google Arts and Culture booty when inspiration strikes. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I am Linda Dextre, and my email address is ldextre@wcpss.net. Thank you, and please reach out with any further questions.